My neighbor ruined my kid's birthday party, so I made sure he'd never forget it. It was supposed to be perfect. My daughter Lily was turning 7, and I'd spent weeks planning her unicorn-themed party. Hand-painted decorations, a custom cake, and I even hired a face painter. Lily had been counting down the days, telling everyone at school about her magical unicorn day. Then Dave happened. Dave moved next door 6 months ago. The kind of neighbor who lets his dog bark at 6 a.m. and thinks property lines are suggestions. He'd been a nuisance, but what happened at Lily's party crossed every line. The kids were playing in our backyard when Dave decided it was the perfect time to spray weed killer along our shared fence. Not regular weed killer, some industrial-strength nightmare that smelled like chemical warfare. "Sir, we're having a children's party," I said, trying to keep my voice level. "Could you possibly do this another time?" Dave barely looked up. "Public holiday tomorrow. Gotta do it now." "But the smell, the kids are getting sick." He shrugged. "Not my problem. This is my property." 2 children threw up. 3 started wheezing, including my nephew with asthma. We had to evacuate the backyard, cram 20 kids into our living room, and scrap half the activities we'd planned. Lily cried herself to sleep that night. "Why did that man ruin my special day, Daddy?" I couldn't get her tear-streaked face out of my mind. Something in me snapped. I discovered Dave had a hobby. He collected vintage vinyl records, expensive ones. He'd converted his garage into a listening room, soundproofed and climate-controlled. He'd mention his collection to anyone who'd listen. Original pressings, museum quality. Dave also had a pattern. Every Saturday, he'd go to the farmer's market from 8 a.m. to noon exactly, never varied. The next Saturday, I waited until his car disappeared down the street. Then I connected my garden hose to his outdoor spigot and fed it through his mail slot, just enough to create a slow trickle. I left it running for exactly 20 minutes, then removed it without a trace. Not enough to flood his house, just enough to raise the humidity to record destroying levels in his precious climate-controlled room. I went about my day, grilled some burgers, played catch with Lily. Normal Saturday stuff. The scream that came from Dave's house around 5 p.m. was something I'll never forget. Pure anguish. He burst out his front door, clutching warped vinyl records in both hands, face contorted with rage and despair. "Ruined! They're all ruined!" he wailed, falling to his knees on his lawn. I walked over, burger in hand. "Everything okay, Dave?" "My records, my collection. The humidity control failed somehow. 30 years of collecting, gone." His voice cracked, and for a second I almost felt bad. Then I remembered Lily's birthday, her tears. "That's terrible," I said, taking a bite of my burger. "Must be devastating to have something you care about destroyed by someone else's thoughtlessness." His eyes narrowed slightly. "What's that supposed to mean?" I shrugged. "Nothing. Just saying, when something special gets ruined, it's not something you forget." The color drained from his face as understanding dawned. You did this?" "Did what?" "I'm just enjoying my Saturday, Dave. Just like you were enjoying your day when you sprayed chemicals all over my daughter's birthday party." I turned to walk away, then stopped. "By the way, Lily's having a makeup party next weekend. Would be a shame if anything disrupted it." He never bothered us again. In fact, he put his house up for sale 3 months later.